Hey guys, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. We know how useful these can be, these bubble levels, but why not try a laser level, a cross-line laser to be more specific? Let's talk about it. See you right after this. All right guys, so this is a self-leveling cross-line laser. Self-leveling lasers are very useful when it comes to installing different types of equipment or any type of ornamentation on your walls or ceilings, like hanging pictures, even installing crown molding, or any type of trim on your walls, cabinets and shelving, and most of you have probably seen these used when someone's installing tile on walls or even floors. Electricians, plumbers, carpenters, they all use self-leveling lasers at some point, and they're pretty simple to set up. All right, so the core components of the system is housed inside this rubber casing here, and it's pretty sturdy just in case of falls or anything like that. It won't get damaged that easily. And it can swivel on its base about 360 degrees. Now the system is battery powered. You can install 2 AA batteries, which we have right here, or optionally you can use a lithium ion battery, but that's sold separately. So in order to install the AA batteries, let's open up this cover here and install our batteries. And on the back of the vertical part of the base, you have these very powerful magnet strips, so you can attach the laser to any metal surface if you need to. You also have this keyhole where you can also hang the laser onto a nail or something like that if you need to as well. Now, right underneath the base of the laser, you have this threading hole here in case you need to attach it to a tripod, in case you need to be more mobile and you need to adjust the height of the laser level. Now the laser itself uses a red laser diode. Let me switch it on here. That's the red laser diode that the laser uses, okay? You don't want to look at it head on, by the way. That can do some real damage to your eyes. That laser diode produces a single point of light, similar to what this does. This is a laser measuring device. If I turn this on, now the single point of light is from the measuring device. And obviously the 2 red lines that cross each other perpendicularly at right angles is from the cross-line laser. How does this happen? The cross-line laser is actually producing a single point of light as well. But it has an added feature that this laser measuring device does not have. It has a cylindrical lens that expands that point of light into a line, and it creates 2 separate optical paths that create the horizontal and the vertical lines. It also has a pendulum mechanism. You see it swinging back and forth? That's the pendulum that will eventually adjust to the pull of gravity and settle in place to give a true level and plumb position. And if the device is tilted out of plumb, then it starts to blink on and off, warning you that you're out of plumb. Anything over 4 degrees of tilt will be out of plumb. Now this model has what you call a pendulum lock that locks the pendulum in place to keep it safe from damage when the machine is not in use. Some devices you're able to manually lock the pendulum in place at any angle while the laser is in use, but on this the pendulum lock only activates when the machine is not in use, and you do that by switching it to off. Now you can see there's no shaking, there's no swinging because the lock is in place on the pendulum. If I turn it on and disengage the lock, now the pendulum swings freely. But let's turn it off, lock it. Now it's locked. On, off, locked. Now the range on the laser is 50 feet, but that depends on a lot of variables. For example, bright sunlight definitely reduces the visible range, so that 50 feet can go all the way down to 10 feet. Indoors versus outdoors. Once again, the laser is much more visible indoors than outdoors. The color of the surface the laser is projected on. Laser lines show up much better on light-colored surfaces. Some lasers project in red or green. Red lasers like this one are a lot less visible than green lasers in bright light. Batteries. If your battery is low, the brightness of the laser is going to be low. Fresh batteries means better visibility. or brighter laser lines. All right, so we're going to use a bubble level to see how accurate our laser is. So we're going to put a piece of paper up here. And we're going to take our bubble level and draw a line. Make sure it's level. Draw a cross line here. Now we're going to take our laser and project it onto that piece of paper and see how the lines match. All right, so when positioning a self-leveling cross-line laser to hit a specific spot on the wall, you want to adjust the position of the laser, not the laser itself. Self-leveling lasers automatically level themselves once they're close to level. So if it's on a tripod, you want to move the tripod to get the lines where you want them. If you have to raise it up to the spot, just lower the tripod legs to move the horizontal line up or down on the wall, or just move the center column of the tripod up or down if you got to make those fine adjustments. Some lasers come with wall mounts that let you slide the unit up and down. If you got to move left or right, just move the tripod left or right, or just rotate the laser on its base. Either way, the vertical line will move across the wall, left or right. Now, if you're going to project it into corners or different walls, just rotate the laser head on its base. Like I showed you before, it can rotate about 360 degrees, so that won't be a problem. So it looks like the laser matches pretty well with those lines. Give the laser a few seconds to settle and self-level after each adjustment. If you need to make a reference line at a certain measurement, let's just say 2 foot high, measure from the floor to that height, mark it, then adjust the tripod until the horizontal line hits that mark. The whole point of it being self-leveling is that you don't have to aim or tilt the laser itself. It's designed to level itself at the position that you want it. Now you saw how long it took for me to draw those lines with the bubble level. But with the laser level, it's fast, you set it up, and you instantly have a line. And not just a 2 foot line. You can have a 30-foot line, in some cases even a 100-foot line, instantly projected on your surface. Not only that, it's hands-free. That's not the case with a bubble level. You always have to have one hand on the level while you're marking with the other hand. Bubble levels don't transfer around corners as well, but the laser does, as we just saw. And with the laser level, you don't have to worry about doing this just to find your level. And the very nature of cross-line lasers is that they give a level and a plumb rendering. The only trade-off is that you need batteries for power, but the speed and accuracy is well worth it, don't you think?